Hey everybody, it's Chantel with GovSuccess. Today we're going to talk about government contract numbers and how to break them down. Let's dive in. So the first 6 digits of a government contract number, which you may see in the format you see below, or you may see dashes in between each section we're going to talk about today. The first six is the activity address code. It is the agency or department of the government that's awarding the contract. That's what it identifies. If it's a Department of Defense contract, it's referred to as the DODAC, DODAAC. Positions 7 through 8 is the last 2 digits of the fiscal year that the instrument, so the contract or whatever, is being issued or awarded. And it's usually the date that it's signed, not the effective date of the contract. So depending on what part of the month it's happening and what time of year it's happening, it could be a different number than what you're physically in. So something for you to note, the government fiscal year runs October 1st through September 30th of any year. And so in 2020, the fiscal period for the government was October 1, 2019 through September 30th, 2020. And now we are in fiscal year 2021 at the time of this video, from October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. Position 9 indicates the type of instrument. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the instrument types in just a few minutes. However, sometimes you'll see a C, a D, a G. You can even see a R and a B depending on pre-award versus post-award, even some Fs, Ks. So we'll talk more in just a few minutes, but position 9 is the type of instrument. And then finally, the last 4 digits is really just a sequential numbering system for the agency or department that's issuing it. It can be 4 to even 8 digits long, but whatever the agency chooses to issue out, whether it's 4 digits, 8 digits, they have to be consistent across all of their contracts. Majority of the time you will see 4. So a few minutes ago we talked about the instrument type. So the 9th position, and which is underlined for you and color coded, is the instrument code. And C equals contract right here. D equals IDIQ. G is for BOA. And sometimes you might see an F, which is really a task order or delivery order underneath an IDIQ or a BOA. This little chart right here, which is available in FAR Part 4, identifies some of the key letter designations for contract instruments. So for example, this red line right here is talking about contracts of all types except for IDIQ, indefinite delivery contracts. So anything that's a contract has a C. The green line here takes you to indefinite delivery contracts, which includes federal supply schedules, government-wide acquisition contracts, which are GWACs, and multi-award contracts. Those are designated by a D. And then another example is the basic ordering agreements, which is a G. Now, all 3 of these we used on the previous page. As you can see here, the C, the D, and the G. However, going back to this, you'll also see the F with the purple arrow right here. So task orders, delivery orders, or calls underneath IDIQ or other multi-award contracts, blanket purchase agreements, or even blanket ordering agreements. So anything under a D, a G, and a few other items will have an F. So as you can see right here, you have your F. Now the reason that's important is because how you handle a contract differs depending on the type of instrument it is. Also, if it's an F, you know it's awarded underneath a master or a base level contract. So for example here, the 9th position is a D, so we know it's an IDIQ type contract. And then the order level has a bunch of different orders underneath it. And as you can see, they all have the same DODAC. In this situation, they all have the same fiscal year, but you'll see the F which designates a task order or a delivery order underneath the IDIQ. And then you see the 4 digits after it, which are the sequential numbers that may happen after. Now, you may not have a task order that has every single number right after the other, but you'll have task orders with Fs that probably have the same prefix before the F, a part of it. So there you go. How to read a contracts number. So to remind you, the first 6 digits are your activity address code, your AAC, and if it's the Department of Defense, so Navy, Air Force, Marines, um, DLA, NASA, they'll have a DODAC, a Department of Defense activity address code. You have your fiscal year, and remember the government fiscal year is October 1st through September 30th of any calendar year. The 9th position is your instrument number, so contract for C, IDIQ is D, BOA is G. And then the last 4 digits are the sequential numbers for that agency. They're just typically in a row. So there you have it. So if you'd like to know more about redo contracts and the GovSuccess process to help your business win more in government contracts, give us a call. Reach out to us by web, social media, phone, or email, and sign up for alerts so you can be the first to know about new and exciting information in the government contract world. Thanks. See you next video.